some programming. Hope everyone's doing well today. Hope you've had a good day so far. Oh, alright. So, as per usual, we're starting off with showing that I have not touched the project since last Friday on stream. Because again, gotta make it clear every time I'm not working on this outside of the streams. We see all of the development process, like all of the actual doing the development process on here. So, when we were left off, there was a few things I still needed to do, but let's show off where we're at with the game. Keeping in mind, again, this is a game designed to be a mobile game with intention. So we have a sound bar that you can press on either side and it'll go up and down. And since it's all button presses or mouse presses, it will count towards your finger press. Music's the same, but we don't have any music in the game at the moment. Then we have a play button. So there's a couple of changes I want to make today. There's some balance changes I want to do at some point. But at the moment, this is what we've got. So it's very clear though the balance is off, but again, we will sort that out. So there is a few systems we'll need to introduce. We'll need to introduce saving your audio setting. So we can probably do that right now. I just need to pull up another workspace so I can look at the code for this. Come on, Game Maker. Because this code isn't complex, but I don't remember it off the top of my head. Is the weakness of it. So at the moment, yeah, it's whenever we launch the game, your audio will be set to 5 by default. So what we're introducing is a system that's also going to be used for at least one other thing. There is another part of the game that I've been considering, but I don't have a good answer for. We'll see how it goes. Okay, controller audio. We need this information, and we also need this information. Here we go. So we would need INI open. And then we're going to call this save data.ini. Actually, no, we'll probably call it game data. It's just probably more accurate way to put it for this project. So now we have game data. So what does this mean? Well, it also means I'm going to have to do one other thing very quickly, which is INI close. Because if I don't close it, it's staying open, and that's very, very unnecessary and potentially quite damaging. So now, how do we change this? Well, it's first going to be INI, read, real, and then it's going to be, we're going to put it under settings. So this is a kind of like a header that I've got it here as at the moment. So how an INI will look if I just pull up Paint. So how the INI will end up looking, and this is kind of the important part, Alright. Just trying to move some stuff around. Is that it will be kind of like, here's the file, and then inside the file, so the total file is the game data.ini. Oops. So then in here will be settings. And then underneath this, and it's not quite written this way, but this is the idea. It will have we'll put sound, and then sound will equal the variable that we want to have. And then we'd put music and whatever. Then if we want to say, and this is the other one we want to do, high score would be down here. Whatever. And then we can have current. And it will equal fucking 100, whatever. Now, the beauty of how this is gonna work, so we can do this as deep as possible, by the way. It's kind of like it will sub bracket down constantly, to my understanding. Section key default. No, I was wrong then. Okay, so it's the section. This is the value in the section. This is the default value of this the key. So this would be sound, and then the default value is 5. And then we're going to take this, and I'm just going to be lazy and copy this over, but we're going to call this music. So now this means if I launch the game, it will still be 5. Actually, I haven't set up the other part of this. Whoops. No, cancel out. Okay. So if we start at the moment, nothing will have actually changed other than the fact that there's a sound file that says the number is 5. What we want to do is we want to go here. And do this. So I'm gonna do this potentially in a worse way than I have done in other systems. Because, well, not worse per se, because the sound is getting changed here, and it's not getting changed anywhere else at the moment. So, it's probably just best to do it here. How do I want to do this? Actually, I could do it separate, and it would still be better. So first I'm going to make a global. Whoops. Sound array equals so I'm being very inconsistent with my naming schemes. I just realized. I might fix that a bit later. We'll see. As long as you know what you're looking for, it's fine, but the fact that I have done some of these with underscores and some of them not is a really not good habit to do. Because now I'm in a situation where I kind of want to change all of them, and it's going to take ages. We'll do this for the moment to fix things up. Okay, so in the sound array we have S shoot. And that's all we've got at the moment. Do that. Okay, cool. There we go. Quickly fix that. So yeah, I'm gonna do this outside of this. So I'm going to also need, next to these values, oops. Oh my god. Learn how to spell, Jesus. This. So what I'm doing here, because what I've done in the past and was really, really bad was done this on every frame anyway, which is going to that statement I had a moment ago of you don't want to really have opening and closing the INI data on a regular basis or like too often, because it is intensive. It is resource intensive. Reading and writing to a file constantly. So it can be bad to do. There's an argument to be made. I could just open it, and since there's no other INIs, it just means that it's always open, but that's not really what I want to do. Just isn't useful. Right, so what we're doing here is we're now writing to the thing to basically tell it, hey, this is what I want this value to be now. So we'll need to get the section, which was settings. Is it setting or settings? Settings. And you have to make sure you get this exactly correct, because it will not just kind of figure out, and it is case sensitive. Keep this all in mind. So now what I'm going to put through is I'm going to tell it, okay, so actually let me finish this quickly and then I'll explain it. Because then I have to do a for loop. Okay, and then what audio sound gain. Sound array I. Sound gain divided by, it's divided by 10, right, on this one? Yeah, I've done it being divided by 10, so cool. And then 0. Cool. Okay, so let me actually explain this fully now. So what this is going to do, there is one last element to it that I need to add. But while I'm doing that, I can explain. So what this is going to do is it's going to check the sound hold. Does the sound hold equal the current sound gain? Which is the global variable that we have. If it doesn't, then it's going to open the game data. It's going to write what the sound gain is to the sound. So it's saving the sound value. And then it's going to close that. It's going to go through the entire array and change their sound gains. And then it's going to change the sound hold to sound gain. Which means that when you're not doing anything with it, this code just doesn't happen. It's perfectly fine. When it is happening, then it changes. So then I'm just going to Control C this, Control V, and we're going to change out sound for music. And all of this is basically the exact same. So currently the music array doesn't actually have anything in it, so it's not going to actually do anything. But nonetheless, this will function. Oops. There we go. So let's see if we get a crash. Is always the fun part. Okay, where is this music gain variable that didn't get changed? I'm just going to try and rerun this. Interesting bug. Very good game maker. See if just like redoing it fixes it. Yep, cool. So you can see the sounds moving around a bit. We're going to close the game. We're going to reopen it. And we'll see that the sound is no longer at 5. It's clearly at a much lower point. Except that didn't work somehow. What? What? Okay. Concerning. Didn't I change that? Okay, that was probably our issue just then. That's why there was a bit of lag that first time, because there was no save data made. It was save date for some reason. Yeah, there you go. See? Sound is down the bottom. I'm gonna run that in debug quickly, because I have a bad feeling that I might still need to do some improvements. Yeah, the performance tank is real. Sure. Fuck off. Security alert. Look at that tank. Okay. Again, that's what happens when you read to write. Okay, so there is an answer to this that I can think of. And it's simple. We no longer do it here. Or do it in that spot. So what I've just done is I've now made it so you have to no longer be pressing for it to do it. There you go. So the moment I let go, we'll see, actually, again, we'll run it in debug so we get the graph. So we'll probably see like one big spike, and that's all we'll see. Okay, let the debugger go. Cool. Okay, so it's at max thing, so we've done that. Don't really see that. There you go, that was probably the spike. Okay, close it there, and now we don't really care about looking at the debugger, we just want to launch it to ensure that it's at full volume now. Cool. And then we drag it to nothing. Cool. There we go. We have our audio system kind of plugged in and correctly saving your thing. Isn't that cool? Okay, so now begs the question, how do we do a pause game state? That's what we want to do next, is pause the game. Because some people are going to want to pause. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to have case game, and then we're going to have after in the game if, and let's make a create for this. Yeah, we'll have it in initialization, it's probably the best. Player values, projectile spawning, timer. Game values. Cool. So first of all, I want to be able to pause the game. So we're going to have is true. Okay, so by doing this, we lock it out so when you're paused, you can't do any actions, which is good. So we're gonna have to have pause and pause time source finality here. But we're also going to have some other things there as well. So let's see. If game pause, and what I'm going to do, and this is going to be the fun part of this is why there's a sense of doing this very differently, but I'm going to be lazy. Okay, and then how do I want to handle this next bit? So first we want to have a check for the pausing location. So we need to figure out where we put in the pause. Which I assume... Let's look at the game lobby for a moment and have a think about that. The timer could be moved. Quite easily, the timer can be moved. I mean, realistically, the counter at the bottom left here doesn't need to be here. It's because the health is kind of visual with the player. And the high score can be, so high score can be centralized. All right, let's go through this. So I think we will keep this here, but I'm going to do some stuff with it. These two, though. I'm going to change quite a bit. So this is going to be... FA center. And I'm going to get rid of this. And what we're going to do is the position for the score is going to be width times divided by 2, and y should still be fine as 0. And then just get the width like that. And then we get the time, which will be divided by 2 as well, but it's going to be... Actually, no, this one probably should be 0 and the other one should be... How do I want to do this? Yeah, it's because in that way the score is better. Yeah, okay. So this will be 0. So we'll put this, write this one first. And then that way we can also get the Y being, string height. See what that looks like, eh? Not quite. It'd be string height times 5. Because we're scaling it by 5. So there's an argument to be made. This is a lot of clutter at the top that's going to distract the player and get away from like being able to see the enemies coming in. That's kind of fine in my eyes. So then in the inverse side is where we'll have the pause icon. Which I'm going to do something weird for that. Player health slash shooter count. Yeah. Do I have pause colored or no? No, I don't. I've stretched, which I mean technically kind of counts. But I could just do draw sprite extend and it will give me what I want. So SP pixel, because that's the only sprite we have in the game, and I'm keeping it that way as long as I damn well can. Subimage -1. X is going to be... Okay, I'm gonna do this really weird styled. Display, get GUI width, get the Y, which is gonna just be 0. The X scale is going to be minus. Display, get a get GUI width divided by we'll say 10, and we'll just copy this over so it's a perfect square. Rotation 0, color for now let's have it as a gray. And then alpha. Let's see what that's gonna look like. This should work the way I'm intending it to. We'll see. It does. Cool. So what I did here is I've made it a negative X scale. By doing so, it means I've put it in the top right is the corner where it starts, and it will come to the left instead of, because when naturally when you put in a scale it's going to go positive. This is going to go negative now, which means that it goes away from that right side. Which is a little trick you can do some more. Sorry, cats. I needed to move for a moment there. Gotta love being the warmest spot in the house. So then you might wonder, how are we gonna make it very clear that it's a pause? There is a stupid cheat for this. that I'm going to use. So we're going to get more or less the same positioning. I need to get rid of that. That's what was it. And then the string is going to be... Try without the space beginning. This is honestly an arbitrary number. Like, completely, so I'm just gonna get... just as an assurance policy, I guess. X scale can be 5, Y scale can be 5 for now, angle can be 0, and then this can be, say, white. That's not what I told you to copy. Okay, when I say Control C, I mean Control C, Game Maker, thank you. See how this looks. And if we got it nailed first try, or if we need to do some tweaks, because there's obviously I'm gonna do some other stuff to this, but we'll see. Oh, almost. Gonna just see if I can micro adjust it a little bit across to make it feel where I want it to be. Pretty much. Wow, okay, yeah. No, we'll just leave it at that then. And then what I will do is I will grab from here. So it is black, and then it is, we did 0.5 on the pluses and negatives of it all. Okay, before I actually commit to this properly, I'm gonna do this the smarter way. Okay, so just get those. So then we have, this will be -1. This will be -1. This will be -1. And this will be -1. See what that looks like now. That cleans it up a bit more. Kind of, yeah. Alright, so there's nothing that actually happens in that location currently. So we need to do, if mouse X is equal to the let's see, so we need to do the same kind of calculation. So it was 10 divided by 10 times 9, I believe, was what we did for the thing. Roughly. Just divided by 10, yeah. Would probably be just the safest way to get to the location. Is sorry, this needs to be mouse is greater than or equal to. This needs to be less than or equal to basically the same equation. We need, first of all, I need to get rid of the caps. There. Let's see if that worked. This is not a great way of doing this, but this is a lazy approach that I'm doing. So, you know, suffer dearly for my transgressions. Go. So that's part of the stuff done. So now we need to have this needs to go somewhere else, obviously. So now we're gonna have to do some little finicky stuff that's gonna be really fucking annoying. Okay. Okay. Gonna rip that and put that in initialization. And then I need to do something there. Okay, so I'm gonna make a script for this because I'm gonna do this in my main game anyway, so I might as well do this here as well, just to make my life a bit easier. Okay, so we're going to array push to the pause is going to get us there, isn't it? Yeah, pause time source array. Push the value of the time source. And then we are going to time source start time source. Seems like a very simple function overall, but it's just going to make things a little bit easier. So time source start and push. Thing is, I'm gonna have to put in the little self pointer tag at the beginning of it just for assurance sake. So we're gonna need 3 of these because we need this one. And we need this one. So all of these are on infinite repeats. So I don't need to do one thing. But we're just going to do the cleanup now as well. So, first we're going to do an error check for if array length pause array is greater than or greater than 0. Then for var I equals array length pause -1. Actually, no, we don't need the -1. We'll do the incrementing first. Yep, cool. Then I is greater than 0. Greater than or equal to 0. And then initial decrement like this. Then we go through the array. So pause thing. We want that. So we want time source stop. Cool. And then we're going to also basically want this again, but here. So we have if, whoops, if, game's paused. Then we have if time source get, oops, get state is not equal to time source paused. And then we change this from stop to pause. And there we go. So now the time sources should all pause correctly. So let's see how that goes. Also, yes, hello Roger. Hope all's going well. Also, hello to the person over on Twitch. Sorry, I got very distracted there with the coding. Got to make sure the system works correctly. Okay. It's not seeming to want to launch correctly, so let's just try it again. But yeah, no, I had a thing up on the other screen, so that's why I couldn't see the chat for a moment there. Okay. Yeah, alright, so that didn't work. Because I was trying to decrease beforehand, but it's a decrease at the beginning, so let's just do it this way. Because I'm pretty sure you can do that in C++ correctly, but I guess you can't do it here in GameMaker. That should fix it though, because now the index shouldn't be out of scope. Cool. Then all I need to also add is for projectile movement, if not game pause, do this. And this means that it should all have a baseline pause functionality added in. But yeah, I just realized that is the a thing that I haven't done. We need to do the inverse of this. So, it can correctly restart up. Oh. So, awesome. That's actually really cool to me. So now I'm going to have is this the one I want? Yeah, okay. And then it's so this was a change I was thinking of making. To make the enemies a little bit more interesting. And ironically, it'll actually make them easier to hit as well. There we go. Okay, cool. I will probably add a game over thing at some point. And then I also need to make a lockout system as well for input commands. So if the room switches, then you have to take your finger off the screen. Shouldn't be too obscenely difficult. Oh. Computer dying. There we go. Okay, so now there's a couple of things I want to change. First of all, where do I have it? Fire rate here. This I want to change to being way slower. However, we're going to be adding a new thing. Okay, there we go. Since this is the first upgrade, we'll remove it pretty cleanly. And then I believe it's an initialization that the rewards are added. Anyway. Or is it every time that this is done? No. It's not an initialization. Make it initialization. Okay. Timer can probably be moved out of this. Because timer doesn't need to be changed every time. Nothing should change about the time. Okay. There we go. So now we add a reward for damage. minus equal player damage. Da, 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 da. Cats, please. Ah, yeah. You two are really, really just not wanting to sit nicely. No. I know you guys are gonna want to go back right on my lap, but I genuinely just don't want to put up with it right now. No? Okay, I'm gonna get a little bit of free time away from the cats. It's great. Okay, yeah, no, gate reward. It honestly will be as simple as this one. So... I don't really care to change that too much. Make it 0.5. Only increases by a small amount each time. Okay, let's try this out then. See what we get from it. Again, we need a... Ooh, actually... What is the base damage? It's just 1, okay. Okay, they're fucking annoying little shits. I do think it's correct to have you shoot less often like that. Do I stream daily? I mean, 4 times a week at the moment. Right? And most of... Though, admittedly, was it like, it's 4 times on YouTube, 2 times on Twitch, with these little hybrid streams like this. At the, was this week, last week was 3 times on Twitch, 4 times still on, well, no, actually it was only 3 times in total, because I cancelled one stream. But no, I do not stream near daily. Not any, at this stage. I am a university student after all, I have other obligations. I'd like to stream more often, but I also have the painful need to finish my degree and, you know, eat. Surprisingly enough, those are priorities in my eyes. I think that's fine. I mean, there's a schedule over on my Twitter and my, YouTube channel, if you're so inclined, and I post a new one every week. Okay. So now I need to have a new global to get this going. Read real. Section is score. Key is high score. And default is 0. No one's getting a fucking free high score. Screw you. So when do I purge the score is the thing. I purged the score. And I'm guessing an initialization. Yeah. Okay. So for now, it can be here. Let's see. So we get a little quick thing. If if high score is less than score, high score equals score. Got a fancy animated box container working. Ooh, nice. Gotta make one that is for round UI. Ooh. Then any conceivable need. Goddamn. Good luck with that. No, wait, it is INI open. That's right. Game data dot INI. And then INI close. And then write real score high score high score. There we go. Plan on letting you bind a function to the items to run through serious net. Good lord. I'm concerned, Roger. Always concerned though, so you know. So I'm gonna probably move this from the main menu at some point to a post-game screen, right? Because we're gonna do that at some point. Dubious code practices. I mean, I was making a joke about that with my lecturer the other day. It's like police sirens were in the background of him explaining something, and we all made a joke there after him, obviously. And I just said, it's like, oh yeah, it's because of illegal coding practices, and we started listing off like stuff about pointers and shit, and just like stuff that we fucking hate. It's not fun. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to add in is a boss, which is going to give a lot of score. Right? So we're going to have... People think magic isn't real. Have you seen a computer? True. T boss equals time source create time source game. How long do we want the boss to take to spawn? Probably like 2-3 minutes, right? Say 2.5 minutes? 5 seconds? No. We're gonna give them a chance. We'll give them 2.5 minutes before between each boss spawn. If they're not strong enough by then, get wrecked, kid. It's down to RNG. Make a mode called suffrage. Oh god. This gets rid of features making you more survivable. We could see. Units is time source second. No. Units seconds. Human getting spiked. Oh, apparently my GeForce Game Ready driver is available for update. Good for you, buddy. Arguments none. Repetitions are infinite. I built your brother a PC. Oh, nice. Glows and has your old GPU and RAM. Fair. Don't get them to do shit. Let's just go with the resolution width divided by 2, so it's just dead in the middle. And it's just an enemy, right? Nah, we need to actually have it as a boss. So we need to actually add boss to this. And then times by 3, 4 for now. And the base HP can be 20 for now, but it's probably going to need to be way more, way less. We'll see. I'm gonna do the lazy case though for this. Are you ready to see why we always have break on these and why you can actually be smart and not have break on these? I'm doing this. So I do need to change this part. And that's it. This should work. Okay, now I need to, I'm gonna pass through a new value for these. So we're gonna have just called value for them. My monetary choices are dubious as my code. Yeah, that's fair. I just, okay, like I've talked about how like I do actually know hardware stuff, right? And I had someone ask that actually does know as well, like, oh, what are my issues? And I explained one of them, and they're like, okay, so why don't you just get the, and it's like, I thought you knew how this shit works, because if I had to do that, then I would have to do this, then this, then this. People underestimate how expensive PSUs are. If you can get away with using, like, you want to buy a good PSU just because you don't have to buy a new one. You buy the best shit you can because, like, at worst comes to worst, you don't use all of it and you can use it again for the next computer. Let's be honest, right? Got him 750. That's pretty solid. That'll do him fine. Right. Use around 550, 600. Yeah. Like, I'm gonna be honest, because I think the top of the line nowadays is getting to the 1K marker, right? And that's like within acceptable range, and it's on really intensive PCs. Like, I don't think you need more than 850 watts nowadays under most conditions, unless you're going extreme. And I don't think you will for a long time as well. I don't see computer parts getting that more resource intensive as time goes on by comparison. Yeah, I do agree. When we start talking overclocking, that is another argument in its own right. I mean, like, I will openly admit this PC's overclocked. Damn it. The toughness for the shooters is just too high early. I'm gonna pull that down a little bit. I think I need to pull down all of those. Plus I can overclock it if I want. It was like $300 and perhaps the best value power you can find new. Honestly, yeah. PSUs scare, like this is again where it starts getting into the whole PSUs are one of the more expensive pieces, but one of the most long-lasting pieces. Forking out for a really good PSU is almost always worth it. At least in my opinion. Because yeah, if you know how to build your own computer, there's a good chance that that PSU lasts you like 2-3 computers. So why not just fucking fork out for it? don't get me wrong, secondhand's still fine and all, but like that's the point though. Is it's just like if you have the opportunity to splurge for specific parts, PSU is normally the higher recommendation. RAM's actually really low nowadays in recommendation of like what to splurge on, because you can get really cheap RAM, like really cheap sticks that are decent. CPU is starting to get into that weird territory of, well, it depends on your motherboard as well, and splurging on a motherboard doesn't guarantee everything's fixed. So, you know, and then GPU, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, if you can get to the like 20 series, you're fine. And that is really feeling like you're going, yeah, I mean, like, I think I've got, is it 32 or 64, I think. No, it's 30, I think it's 32 gig RAM in this computer, and I've never used it. Like, never used more than 70%. Which is, again, why I stress my computer is strong. It is just behind now because the CPU is old. And streaming dumps the CPUs, so. If I had a way to offset that, then that would be fine. And that's why I talked about laptop. Because, again, I cannot stress enough, I can play fucking Cyberpunk on decent quality on this computer. Decent-ish. Without too much issue. Okay, one change I'm gonna make, and it is because it's actually been fucking with my head quite a bit now. And it's because I was lazy at the beginning. Let's fix it. Not main menu looking, we're looking for while playing with the player. So we actually want... What is the thing for it again? ID index 0.x. Not. Fuck. .x. Okay, that is what's actually been fucking with my head a lot and why I feel like I'm struggling with the game, which is something that then the players are going to struggle with, right? So it means that now, like, the movement feels a little bit more cooperative. Yeah, the moment the enemies hit +1 HP, it's kind of just impossible. Yeah, okay. So there's two things I could do. There's one that's a quality of life feature that's going to improve some things. And then there's, again, rebalancing. So one quality of life thing I'm thinking I might want to do is that we draw above the thing at the multiplier that you've gotten currently with it. With the game. So we're looking for value amp. The Y needs to be minus sprite height times image Y scale. And let's, currently, let's just have it as white. But I'm gonna, like, give it the shadowed effect, this stuff, later. Doesn't seem to be showing. Let's try that. Now to make an animate them outside the editor. Ooh. Yeah, I got some stuff that I need to work on soon that I'm not looking hugely forward to, I'll be honest. Okay, let's see if the gates look like they've got the modifiers on them properly now. Yes. Okay, so first of all, we're going to yoink this. And then also yoink this, because you always be a tidy Kiwi with code. So x plus image x scale divided by 2. And then y is plus same sort of thing. So we'll just do copy paste, but we'll change this out for the y. And we're also going to just quickly change the scale of this to 1. Actually, no, we're going to have it as this. But I have an idea. Wouldn't it be kind of cool if the value increased with the value? Okay. I'm gonna hit the scaling though in a second, because the scaling's just too high. Oh, hello. Yeah. No, I surprised it took that long for that error to turn up. I'll be honest. There, very simple solution. Okay, okay, this seems weird, but I'm just doing some really weird precautionary things. Very much unnecessary, but you know. It is just to like ensure that certain values don't get too extreme. Because I saw that number scaling very quickly then. The modifying value. Okay. Alright, I think it's in script dump is the modifier room. So, scaling hit requirements, here we go. We're going to hit this with a fucking sledgehammer. There we go. Got to work in, looks amazing so far. That's nice to hear, Roger, honestly. Really cool. Okay, scaling might have been hit a little too hard with Sledgehammer. So let's improve these ones by a bit. So so that was damage, and damage is a 2 amp. So we're going to turn this to a fucking 15. Actually, no, I'm just gonna hit them with 10s for now. I'm basically going to then double, then times by 10, then half is what I was gonna do there. Or times by 5, I guess. All the values. Okay, the values are still a little too high for those. Very low for that though. Okay, so we kind of have an idea that like those are, so we do probably want to sit close to double digits then. No, maybe they're fine. Shooter just might be a little too high. Oh boy, here's the fire rate getting massively increased. So it's 2.5 minutes of the boss spawns, right? I kinda love the way the numbers go, holy shit. Oh, I haven't actually set it so the boss spawns. The fucking numbers just get so absurd. Okay, so we can put a more hefty modifier on there and then maybe a capping modifier. So I'll just ternary operators because that's just... The values are definitely getting a little too extreme. Because it's just getting flickery at this point. Do a square? Maybe. The increase gets lower, the bigger it gets. Yeah, I'm thinking that might actually be a valid argument. Yeah, we'll do that. See if I can remember how to do that equation off the top of my fucking head, though. So it's here. So we'd want, or to the power of a decimal. Yeah. Well, I mean, like, I've kind of got that here, so I could just value amp power of decimal. Depends on how big that number gets. Well, I think we were seeing thousands and like hundreds of thousands basically with some of the stuff there. So I think Man doesn't understand making it a multi-line paint. Shut up. I'm being lazy, okay? Trying to remember the best way to do this off the top of my head. So, because what we'll do is we'll just, let's see. Just have it at scalar for the moment. Actually, no, make the scalar value equal to this. So we have a baseline to work with. Let's see if I can... So it was do I want this number higher or lower? What does the difference do again? It's higher, right? See what this does. No, I got it wrong then, I guess. I hate having to do maths on stream because it's me just sitting there like doing way too much in my head. It's not working the way I wanted it to. That's annoying. Okay, yeah, I'll just do the square rooting. Because this equation I've done here, I believe, is a an a deflation equation, right? Value divided by value plus a value means that you need more to get thing of it, right? Maybe if I... Do I do that? I could times it... No, it's because then if I times it by that, it's... So... Try it by 3? And then... I'll just do this for the moment. I need to think on it a bit more. Because to give an idea off the top of my head, once this hits 1, it should be a 25% increase in size. The size is just not very clearly increasing, is it? Okay. I mean, yeah, just do that. Okay. I want that one. See how that works out. It's probably going to be invisible initially because again it's the square root of 0, which should be 0. So probably have this +1. Also, gates seem to spawn very, very infrequently. I might need to do something about that. To be fair, it is literally an RNG thing, which is kind of the point. I already have an idea for something to make this more interesting. Can't go after that fire rate. Would really love fire rate though. Fucking Pierce constantly. Got probably enough Pierce to do me the fucking rest of the game. I think it's too. I think it's a wash. Also, it didn't seem to pause the enemies there. I need to look into that. Yeah, I think we did agree the shooter scale was a little too high. So we can pull this to maybe 15 and then maybe go from there. Okay. I love how I'm actually just playing the game at this point. Gotta play a game to see how good it is. Man, I'm so glad I've got a bunch of PS early. Remind me as well to like actually make it so I can display the stats on the side. Because that's I think the next thing I need to do. We got another shooter, thank God. Fuck. I was hoping that it was going to move over enough to clip it. Yeah, I think I've failed the run. Oh, yes, early shooter. I think it's just if you hit early shooters, like we've gotten some really good RNG of shooters there. Okay, let's see if we can get some real absurd numbers going. Okay, so I do think we still need a capping number. What do we think? It's Probably a little too possible to get it to go off screen. I mean, I pretty much just won the game, right? Because, like, surely my damage and shooter sizes are just suck. I think we crashed it. I don't think it can handle however many shooters I just amplified to. Oh my god, yeah, it's just... the game's bust. I guess we need to add a shooter cap as well. Because I have a cap for attack speed, I guess we should add a shooter cap as well. Because it's just, if it's too high, it breaks. So let's go create player. If player ID indexes, we'll get array length. Is greater than 200. Well, since we're creating one at a time, I could probably do it before the create player so there's no weirdness. And then so this is going to change how I do this as well. Index. We need array get index. Array find index. That's what we're looking for. Function is function. I think it's. I'm just gonna do A. B return fuck, how is this done again? So it's element and index return element dot detail equal shooter. That should work. No? And number 0. Cool. And then we're just gonna copy this over here. Because while this is always going to be thing, it's probably just best to play it safe. Technically, yeah, no, this is fine. So you cannot have more than 200 shooters. That's fine. Now the next thing I was going to do is we're going to add a cap to the scaling. So is less than or equal to do it 200 times. It's probably still too big, be honest. We'll see how that goes. I mean, I can test how much 200 looks. Let's find a number that we think is a valid number. That seems like the big mega number. When it's hit this, it's capped. Definitely too big. So let's go to 20 and see what that looks like. Like, I theoretically want it to be big enough that it's still kind of on screen. Size-wise, that's probably still too much, honestly. So let's try the good old double and half method. I think 15 is probably going to be where I land, or somewhere in that range, because I think 10 is going to be too small to what I want. No, that actually seems fine. Okay, let's go 10. There. So it will build up to that size. Oh, hell yeah, more shooters. more damage. I'm probably got enough damage to do me forever. Yeah, there you go. That looks pretty cool. And there we go, maximum of 200 shooters. So you can't actually even cover the full area perfectly. And now we shouldn't see shooters turn up as a gate anymore. If you get good gate spawns, this is super easy. If you don't, then this is super fucking hard. And there's the fire rate. Yeah. Pretty reasonable, I think. Right? The boss, so the boss still isn't spawning because I haven't set that up yet. So let's set up the boss. Good God. So we want to do this and we want T boss. Then I also want, now where have I got that functionality? It's in here, right? Yeah. Can I'm pretty sure there is a time source. Is there not? I was wondering if there's like a duplicate. Can this work? So what I'm hoping with this is that every minute it basically just increases how many things are getting spawned. Yeah, that's probably this run being over. Because I've just not got more shooters. And I've just not got damage. Yeah, I don't have the damage to do anything. This is not good. Okay. I do need to do something about the enemies moving thing. So... owner enemy or owner equals owner dot boss, because we want the same functionality for both of these. How do I stop movement? Is there a way to like just straight up tell it, hey, stop moving towards a point? It works. Nice. There's no clear thing to move towards point. It just sets its speed to 0. There. Now I can animate the rotation. Nice. Okay. Do I start the player off with more than one shooter? I feel like if I gave the player 3 shooters, the game would be substantially better. And I'm gonna do that actually. Give them 3 or 4 to start with, which is your like baseline health, and it means I can scale the values up again. Gives a little room for error as well. Having PS is really nice. Don't want a lot of PS, you just kind of want a, like you only want a little bit of PS, you don't want a lot of PS, because a lot of PS just starts getting wasted. can't tell. Are the enemies spawning more frequently? Like I wanted it to, or no? I don't think it is. No, it isn't. Okay, that's tragic. Because I think it's AD related is the problem. Oh, I mainly want that fire rate. Yeah, give me more fire rate. Give me more shooters. Give me more shooters. Actually, this is feeling a lot more balanced now, especially that you do start with just a little bit of extra power. Like, shooters are still rare, hard to come by. Keep in mind that fire rate going up. Yeah, it's gone up by a fair bit now, but like, it takes a while. That boss just got vaporized. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to actually have a function now, I guess, for creating a copy of the spawn of T-spawn. So what I'm actually gonna do, so I'm gonna yoink this. And we're going to go to the script dump. Spawn time source create. And then just have it instead of T-spawn, return. Turn. And not equals, just this. And that should function out pretty cleanly. Cool. And then we take this and we just go to the controller. And for example, with here, I should be able to just pump you right in. Oh, saucy. And then same with here. Now, there is one potential issue with this. We'll see how it goes. And that issue can be fixed pretty quickly, if I must. Oops. Controller other. What? Ah, this. I mean, technically none of this is needed anymore, right? Because I have that getting done with the other thing. Right. Oy, oy, oy. What is this? It's been 4 weeks we've been working on this? I think I can, again, I might need to change how the equation's done for the scaling, because I think currently the scaling's a little too, well, scaling weighted. It's too much scaling, not enough thing, which I can do something about that very easily with just some of the equations that we've kind of shown. Because like the base values seem too low, but the scaling seems too harsh. Until you get enough shooters and then it just doesn't matter. And there we go. Well, we're gonna get max shooters all of a sudden. Shooters should be removed from the list. We should only be seeing like pierce and damage at this point, realistically. I guess maybe fire rate wasn't maxed out. Holy shit, fire rate. See, it's not correctly clearing them out like it should be. It should be removing them right now. So I think what we need to do is we need to have... There's a couple of things we need to do, I feel. So I don't really care about this stuff. We care about the gate. Do I square root this value? Maybe. Just to reduce how much you do get out of a thing much faster. So it basically makes it that they're tougher the longer on the shots go. So the values wouldn't get so absurdly high as well. Also, there's a good chance that my index thing's not working, my index search. And that's probably why those aren't getting removed. I thought I had you check for the Y coordinates as well, did I not? Oh, it's fucking... That's why. I'm stupid. I'm stupid. Don't look at me. I love how in one of my lectures recently, we actually had a moment where teacher genuinely like swore quite aggressively because of a bug that she had while trying to teach the lecture. And it's like, I can't figure this out, I can't figure this out. Oh, I'm fucking stupid, and then got the answer. Okay, no, I'm gonna square root then floor, I think. It's because the square root value is gonna keep coming up with really weird stuff, and it might lead to some weirdness, yeah. Okay, so where did I do that against? It is in step, it's down here. This one. So we swap floor with square root. What kind of weird UI layout would you think needs a neat little component for it? Ooh, by just making them and their icons right now? I don't know off the top of my head. I mean, like, it depends on the game, right? Wouldn't it just be easy enough to just set a ruling of, like, if it needs component or not, and then just go from there? I don't have any PS, so this is very difficult. Oh, managed to get another one. Okay, now that I've got PS, I feel a lot better. Okay, can I stop getting PS though now? I wouldn't mind a lot more damage. Because it's clear that the damage is not high at the moment. Oh, fucking one-shot the boss though. Okay, I need to give the gates a separate spawn thing. So what just happened doesn't turn up again, because what happened was there was just a few that were stacked there, and I do not want that. Yeah, see, this is another one that's got some stacked things. So it will make the thing separate. The gate spawning separate. Okay, we max out on shooters. Enemies are just dying instantly. Okay, so what I'm also going to do is I'm going to introduce an initialization, spawning values, spawn rate, global, oops. Dot spawn enemy, oops, enemy underscore health equals 1. So we're doing this so we can go to the script dump, and with the enemies, give them that. And then cut back to the controller quickly, and then also go to the timer and plus. There. Yeah. Okay. Then the second thing we need to do is we need to separate the so I'm just gonna yoink this for a moment. So this is, we'll just call it gate. Call it spawn rate, and then we're going to go back here and take that off. Now there is the spawn array that we need. Which is this. And I think it sorts out the rest, right? And spawn point isn't set. That should do it perfectly fine. Alright, ooh, that is really nice, Roger. I like that a lot. That's fucking pretty. Where did you have it scaling with the window size though, mind you? So when you change window size, it kind of things. Go. I can change the setting mode for that. Yeah, I'd say probably changing the setting would be wise, because that just seems a bit weird to me personally. But because, like, in short, it's the question of, should my hand size be larger because my window screen is larger? No, not really. It should just scale. I'm assuming it is just simply like it is increasing the space, not increasing the scale. And that's probably the setting, right? I'm assuming that's what it is. I can do either mode. Yeah, well, I'm assuming that, right? It's just like it would be a setting to toggle it. It upsizes control nodes, which they are, yeah. So it's scale versus and the other mode is viewport scaling. Yeah. It's in short, it's changing the space and how everything is. So the fact that it is the control node, so it would be kind of more or less similar in practice to what I explained, but not quite the same, admittedly. Okay. Bam, 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 bam. Yeah, this is the weakness of having enemies spawn at the same spots, and we're also just getting damage increases. Okay, so the next thing is I'm going to show the stats on the side of the screen that the player has available to them. So we're going to go to draw GUI, player stats. Okay, so how about we do var height equals oops. Might add a grid layout to it as well. Reasonable. Let's see. String height var height equals string height string equals da, 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 da. Let's see, get that done, and then height is plus equals string height. And then it's just repeat this process. So this one's the confusing one. So this is going to be player fire rate. How do I do the equation for this? And the shooting. Look at gate rewards is probably easiest. Okay. Is there anything else I augment? It's pierce, fire rate, shooter, and damage. So that should be everything. So we need to probably do some modifying of some stuff though, because this is too big. So maybe instead of, so I'm gonna just quickly make a var here. Var underscore scalar equals, so currently it's 5. We're gonna change that. Let's change that to 2 and see how that looks in game. If that's readable. Keep in mind this has to be on a mobile device, so the text does potentially need to be trimmed down. This is why icons is normally a really good one, right? See, because that's going to be really hard to read on a phone. Like, it's perfectly fine, but it fits what I want, but it's not going to fit on a phone easily. So we need to shrink down. Let's see. I might give 1 PS to the player. Inherently. Just because there has been a fair few of those circumstances turning up now. So let's just give the player 1 PS. Just 1 to begin the game. See where it ends up, fair enough. But yeah, now we're at a stage where it's all about like just getting the numbers to feel right, getting the gameplay loop to feel good. This was clearly well under the statement of what I want. I actually want this to be genuinely like, if you get to this, you might die. In fact, I kind of want you to die at this point, unless you've gotten really well. So might do some math around the scaling some more. We also probably want to get some music in at this point because we've been relying on the background music, saving our asses. So we might do something about that next week. Otherwise, I don't think there's much else that I really want to be doing to this game other than maybe some visual tweaks, maybe some UI improvement. I mean, like this is the improvement here, right? It's like, so fire rate needs to probably be changed, how it's termed. Damage can easily be turned into DMG. But what does PS get turned into? If anyone can think of a good answer for that, let me know. Because, like, I can do that. And that'll, like, improve it. But, like, no matter what as well, once the numbers get high enough, this is gonna spill over. Like, guaranteed. Onto the player kind of area. And it's gonna make it harder to read. I want to say it's PRC is for PS. And like FR should be enough for fire rate, right? Because again, like the biggest difficulty with this is that I need to design this around the fact that the player is going to be playing on a phone. They need to be able to read this stuff. I think the space needs to go as well, because that's just giving way too much access to room that's not necessary. All right. Don't really need to be firing for PS too much more now. I say that and immediately try and go for more PS. What the fuck's wrong with me? Cool, got 2 shooters out of that. Like, shooters is probably one of the scariest, like, multiplayer ones that you can get, because it's just like everything you've gotten just by an increase. Every shot is multiplied. Every damage is multiplied by it. PS is multiplied by it. Shooters are just the best thing. Because it's also your health. Which means that, yeah, like losing is a cascading loss. Like, you start to lose, you're gonna start losing pretty hard quickly. Something went wrong there. I honestly don't know how that went wrong, but hey. Wait, am I doing this wrong? Where's the score getting increased? Yeah, I'm doing the score wrong. I'm not scoring when a fucking things I'm scoring when it collides. Okay, that would explain why my numbers just went drastically up there. Okay, we're gonna leave it here for today. We've done a solid 3 and something hours. We will come back to this next week, and I'm hoping that I might be able to try and find some copyright-free music that we can toss in. Other than that, there's not much else that I want to add. Like, I kind of like the idea of adding a background of some kind, just make it a little bit prettier, but again, not essential. The idea of this is that I'm going to wrap this all up and post this in a few places so people can have access to the code as well. If you want to work off of it, whatever. Otherwise, yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, consider leaving a like or a comment on the video, yada yada yada. But yes, thank you so much for watching. You're awesome. Stay awesome. And I hope to see you again next time. Until then, bye-bye.